I want to ride my bicycle, my bicycle, my bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle. Pro Cycling Manager 2017. Woo! All right, we are going to ride some bicycles because Pro Cycling Manager is a woefully underappreciated series. So let's ride some bicycles. Yeah, I'm going to use a custom database because this is a database that's like it's just all the real names of the riders because if you don't then you'll get like so like TJ Van Garderen would be Teddy Van Gorderon, things like that. So you can tell who it actually is. They just have fake names. Um, Chris Froome would be my favorite fake name. It's like Chris with a it's just CRIS and then Vroom like VROOME. It's pretty hysterical. As much as I hate Chris Froome to begin with, his fake name is funny. Um, so what we could do is use a real team like BMC, which is my favorite cycling team. And fun fact, they're like my third favorite actual sports team altogether because people don't realize how big of a cycling fan I actually am because there's not very many people to talk about cycling with, so it's very upsetting. But we're gonna build a custom team, which means I'm gonna draft our team from scratch, and it's gonna be wonderful because that's like the best part about this game. There's a Microsoft team. We could be a Microsoft team. Who wants to be a Microsoft team? That'd be fun. So, FedEx. So what this game has is like a bunch of sponsors that you can pick from, and some of them are fake. Like, oh well, okay. Since this is a database, they've been edited. But like in the original release, Walmart would be Watmar. Um, Faken Solelli. That's a real team or an old real one, and it's not moving. Why isn't it moving? Oh no! Hang on, just give it a second. This game does have a tendency to crash a lot, so we'll probably run into that more than one occasion. But like when it works great. And so far, I haven't had this one crash in a really long time. So can we go back? We can go back. Okay, it just needed to. Ubisoft. That's a good one. Turkish Airlines. Trentino. TomTom. Ooh, I like that one. Tistot. And like you can see the flag down there, like the Guardian is the UK flag. That means like if you pick them, like they want a lot of UK riders on their team. But I usually ignore that because I go for what's gonna work. Tap Portugal. Sunrise. Ooh, Subway. Ooh, Subway. That's a good one. Subway's a good one. The only problem is there aren't any good American riders in this game at all. Because like the best one is TJ Van Garderen, and he's like not that good in this game. It's really upsetting how bad TJ Van Garderen is. I mean, not that he's great in real life, but he's like better than what this game like makes him out to be. Spotify. A lot of people like Spotify. I don't usually like to do teams that have green or white or yellow jerseys because then when you get into the Tour de France, like the specialization jerseys don't change that much. Come on. Ooh. There's a Skype one. Skype. I wonder what nationality Skype is. Oh no. Now it's frozen on me in both directions. Oh no. What am I gonna do? Oh, I just went past a bunch. So I've been a pretty large cycling fan for quite some time now. I think like I first devotedly watched the Tour de France in like 2004, I think. Like I followed it before that, but like 2004 was the first time I actually sat down and watched the whole thing start to finish. It was wonderful. That was towards the tail end. That was at the tail end of Lance Armstrong's career. Come on. There's a lot of good ones that I want to show off, but it won't let me. I'll probably cut through most of this freeze frame stuff. Skanska. Alright, we're gonna go backwards because I found better success going this way. Zuno. Faima. And apparently not. Okay. Well. You know what? Screw it. We're gonna be FedEx. We're gonna be Team FedEx. Because that's the next one over. I could see it. There we go. We're just gonna be FedEx. There was a United States Postal Service team. Now we're the FedEx team. FedEx Pro Cycling. And they're American. So, okay. FedEx. I don't think it all needs to be capitalized. FedEx. Initials. FEX. Alright. So, now we have $800,000 budget to sign riders. So, like, that's what the salary is. You know, and these are in euros. So we can choose how long we want our contract to be. Like, if it's just a 1-year contract, then we have to find a new sponsor at the end of the year. Or 2 years or 3 years. So I think we're going to go with 2 years because that'll give us a chance to decide whether FedEx gives us reasonable goals or if they want us to, like, win the Tour de France in our first year, which, depending on the riders we sign, will be a goal. Alright, so I want to go to mountains because you want to get your team leaders first. Fabio Aru is probably the best bet because he's like the second best climber and he's like $104,000 cheaper than Chris Froome. So we're going to go with Fabio Aru to be our team leader. Is there anyone else that I want? Warren Barguil and Esteban Chavez are pretty good and relatively cheap. Jakob Fuglsang would be a really good, like, second tier leader because you want a couple leaders because, like, when you look at the schedule, there's like 4 or 5 races going on at a time because the cycling season is more than just the Tour de France, surprising to most people. Also, Fabio Aru is young. He's only 26, and that's like a wonderful age for a rider. I like this David Formalo dude. Davide Formalo. I had him in one of my personal career modes. He's pretty good. He never, like, won anything, but he was always, like, one of those last guys to die on the mountains. So, I think we're going to go with Formalo. Have a couple Italians to start our team off. There's Alberto Contador. He's an idiot. So we're not going to... Look at Contador. Like, $129,000, and he's, like, not even top 10. Like, ugh. He's such a bastard. I really like Alejandro Valverde, but he's really old. Ilnur Zakarin. I like Ilnur Zakarin, so we're going to take Ilnur Zakarin. Ilnur Zakarin. Alright, let's take a look and see if there's anyone that's really good on the hills. The people that are, like, really good on the hills, like Julian Alaphilippe, are, they're really good, I forget the term is, but, punchers. Yeah, that's what they're called. So, like, they're really good at stealing stage wins on, like, the medium mountains stuff. So, they're really fun to have, but Julian Alaphilippe is way too expensive. Simon Yates would be really good because he's 24, but he's British. Not that that's a problem. I just don't know. I don't want him. There's too much British people dominating the tour stuff these days. Peter Vacek. Who's this dude? Vacek. I don't know why I said Vacek. There's too many names on this page. Alright, let's move on to time trial first. Tom Dumoulin is the best time. Oh, Rohan Dennis. We like Rohan Dennis. He's on BMC, and I like BMC. And he's cheap. Look at that, 49,500 for like the best time trialer, one of the best time trialers in the game. Pretty good. Tom Dumoulin will win every time trial that he races in. Like, it just doesn't matter. He just always wins. It's a crime that his time trial rating is only an 82. But I also like Bob Jungels because he's like a pretty decent. He's young and he's like, you know, he's got a 78 mountain and a 79 time trial, so that's like he's a really good all-arounder and he's pretty cheap. So we're gonna go with Bob Jungels as our next pick. Wilco Kelderman is another one that's kind of like Bob Jungels. Although we still need to sign 21 more riders, so I'm going to stay back on him quite yet. Cobblestones, this is for like the Paris-Roubaix and Ronde van Vlaanderen, or however you pronounce that one. They're like the big, huge Northern Classic races, so you want a really good guy to win those. Like Greg Van Avermaet, he's a BMC rider, but he really sucks at sprinting. So I could just go Peter Sagan, but that would be cheating because Peter Sagan is just way too good. Like Peter Sagan will just win every race. But I still might go with him anyway because I really like Peter Sagan. Actually, we're going to go with Peter Sagan because he's like probably my favorite active rider right now. All right. So we have 351,000 remaining. Oh, there's also Tom Boonen. I like Tom Boonen. I've always liked Tom Boonen. I can't believe he's still racing. All right, is there any other sprinters that I want that are cheap? Where's Fernando Gaviria? Fernando's 91,000. Caleb Ewan, he's pretty good. Let's get Caleb Ewan. He's 22, 49,000. 4,900. Yeah, wait, no, 49,000. Yeah, okay. All right, so this is pretty much what our main squad is going to look like, I think. So now we can go back and find some Americans because we want to make our sponsor happy. So country is USA. Search. And that'll show us all of the US riders, and we can sort them by all this. So like Andrew Talansky and TJ Van Garderen are the best Americans at climbing, and they're only 77 climbers. So, ooh, Ian Boswell. He's only 4,500. And he's got decent stats and he's 25. So let's go with Ian Boswell. I also want Lawson Craddock. Anyone else? I don't think so. I might just go and get TJ anyway. Even though for some stupid reason Andrew Talansky's rated higher than TJ Van Garderen in most, well, like they have the same in most of the stuff, but like Van Garderen's wait, how are their physical stats? Yeah, so Talansky has a bit better physical stats. The FTR, stamina, RES, and recovery. That's the fighter rating, stamina, resistance, and recovery. That's what those ones on the right side mean. That's their physical stats. So yeah, Talansky's even got better those. So like I don't know why Talansky's rated higher than Van Garderen, but for some reason he is. So I'm gonna bitch about it for a little while. Tyler Eisenhart, he's 22. Wait, what is this guy? What's this? I saw something that intrigued me. There we go. Joe Dombrowski. There we go. Dombrowski. That's the guy I wanted. So I want either Talansky or Van Garderen. So let's go with Talansky. Even though I like Van Garderen better, we'll go with Talansky. I'll keep TJ on BMC because like I've already taken BMC's best like best points rider. So in Rohan Dennis. Do I want any more sprinters? No. Alright, let's go for the youngest guys and see who's got talent. So these are our 18-year-olds. Ooh, this Ian Garrison guy's 56 mountain already. This guy's got 60 mountain already. Alright, let's go with Edward Anderson and Ian Garrison. Nielsen Paulus. He's good enough. Let's get him. I need 12 more riders, and I've got 235,000 to work with. That should be good. I'm not going to spend all of it on young guys. Because it says, because of who we've selected, we are slated in the CYA World Tour, which means we have to compete well in order to stay at the top level. Because at the end of, like, there's 3 divisions in cycling. There's the, well, in the world it's UCI World Tour. This is CYA for Cyanide, which is the company that builds this or makes this game. But there's the UCI World Tour, there's the Continental Pros, and then there's just the regular Continentals. And like at the end of the year, the top 2 teams in Continental Pro get upgraded to the World Tour, and the bottom 2 teams in the World Tour get relegated, and so and so. So if we build a team, we have to be really good. Is there anyone that's kind of cheap that's good? I do like this Esteban Chavez guy. I would take Nairo Quintana, but Nairo Quintana has a tendency to choke. Like, he is supposed to be so much better than he is, but like every freaking year he just poops the bed. It's really annoying when you're like, when you just want someone to beat Chris Froome, because Chris Froome is like not that good. He's just better than everyone else because everyone else is just terrible. like that's the kind of career Chris Froome has had. He's been really lucky to race against like really bad riders, or like guys that are at the end of their career. Like Valverde would have had a field day in like 2008 if like this was his competition. If we reset Alejandro Valverde back to 2008, he probably would have won every tour for the last like 5 years. If we get French people on our team, that'll help our chances of getting into the Tour de France if we get relegated. But I don't want to worry about that yet. We're going to be fine our first year. We've got Peter Sagan, so we've basically, like, with Peter Sagan, we're pretty much clinched to stay in the top half of the points table. It's going to sort. Okay. And, I do want to try and get someone who's a little better overall, or all-arounder. I guess Illinois Karen's a little bit better. What do you want? I don't want you. Stop. I don't care. Cancel. Stop. Damn thing's popping up on my box and I don't want to talk to him. So, Richie Porte is really good, actually. And he's on BMC, so maybe I won't take him. Rigoberto Urán, he wasn't supposed to be that good, but he finished like 3rd in the Tour de France this year. Although I've always been a fan of Rigoberto Urán, like back in 2013 or something like that. Maybe 2013. But he like was insane in the Giro d'Italia, and I was like, oh, that guy's gonna be really good. And then he never really got that good. But then this year he's like, oh, he's good. And I was like, well, it took you long enough. But now he's like at that age where it's like, well, he's not a feasible opponent for Chris Froome anymore. But I will not take Chris Froome, no matter what. If I did, I would bench him in the Tour de France. I used to do that when I played these games. I used to take all the riders I hated and then just bench them because I didn't want them to win the Tour de France. Like, I had Alberto Contador on my team once, and I just never let him do anything. It was hilarious. Alright, let's go with Warren Barguil. Barguil, however you pronounce his name. I haven't heard his name enough to pronounce it. He did well in the Tour de France this year. So. Did pretty damn good, actually. Vincenzo Nibali is like he won the Tour in 2013, but he sucked ever since. And when he won the Tour, he absolutely thoroughly dominated it. Or no, it was 2014 he won. 2014. Like he ripped everyone apart. Like he won like 3 or 4 stages and like he just won by like 7 minutes or something like that. And then the next year he just poops the bed and loses by a million miles. Wasn't even a factor in the end. It's like really disappointing because it's like, ooh, Thomas Voigtler is still here. Let's take him. You know what? I want to see all the old guys because I know a lot of the. Oh wait, who's this guy? Andreas Soto Nelson. He's 17. Let's take him. If he's 17, he must be pretty good. He's already an average of 64. Oh, and the thing with the ratings is like the maximum is 85. So like you'll never see anyone get above an 85 naturally. I think like they can if they're like if they're at an 85 and they've been training and their training peak has hit them. Like I think they can rarely get to an 86, but it's rare if it happens at all. Let's take a look at who's the oldest guys. Davide Rebellin. He's 45 and he's still riding a bicycle. Wow. Ooh, Heimar Zubeldia. I know him. He used to race on Euskadeli Euskadi. He's a Sammy Sanchez former teammate. So let's get him. Now I'm getting like all my nostalgia guys. Sammy Sanchez. I don't know why they're like why all the BMC riders are green. And, like their names are green. I don't know why that's going on. But they are. But I do want Sammy Sanchez though. Let's get Sammy Sanchez. Alright. Andreas Kauser. See, I thought for a moment that was Andreas Kloden, but I was like, no, there's no way. There's no way. Martin Elmgier. He's also on BMC, so yeah, they're just highlighting all the... Ooh, Sylvain Chavanel. I like him. He's a decent time trial and a decent cobblestoner. Either word, it works. Now we've only got 26,000 to go though. 6 guys for 26,000. I might have to depart with a couple. Valverde is one of my favorites, but he's way too expensive, and he's still good. I know Damiano Cunego is still in here, and I really want him too. I want Tom Boonen too, but he's too expensive and not as effective. Like, Tom Boonen's just not going to win anything. Like, his cobblestone stat is really good, but, like, there's others that are better, so, like, he's just not going to win anything. Anything he races in, Peter Sagan's going to race in, or all the cobble experts, so there's no point. Albacini is good, but also too expensive. Bernard Eisel's nothing. Stephen Cummings is good but expensive. 2 David De La Fuentes? Ooh. Are they the same guy? I guess they're the same guy. Someone screwed up, maybe. Wait, hold on a second. Like, they have different stats, but that's the same. That's clearly the same picture. They did the same thing with Marek Rudzinski. I wonder what's going on. Oh, there's another one that's doubled up. I wonder what that deal is. Oh, Pipo Pozzato? Oh, I didn't know he was still going. I want him. That's going to put us too close to being over, but I really want Pipo Pozzato. Where's Damiano Cunego? I know he's in this game. I just saw him today. I was doing my own race and I saw Damiano Cunego and I was like, whoa. I can't remember how old he is though. Igor Anton. He's good, but also way too expensive. Mark Renshaw's still here. That'd be funny to split Mark Renshaw and Cavendish. Gilbert. I didn't realize Gilbert was 34. Jeez. Gilbert's old. Come on, where's Cunego? There he is. Damiano Cunego. It's only 8,500 too. That's a steal. He sucks, but I really like Damiano Cunego. Alright, so now we need to bench some people, because we've got too much money. It still won't let me sort. So I could release Peter Sagan and solve all of our financial problems, but then I'd lose all of our winning problems. So we're going to keep Sagan. I guess I'll have to get rid of Sylvain Chavanel, because he's too expensive and just not enough is going on for him. So, sorry Sagan. Or Chavanel, not Sagan. I think they're going to want us to get more people from the United States, so that's what we're going to do. Oh, no, don't do that. Then we have to do that whole thing over again. Country is United States of America. Huff Charles Bradley. It's really Charles Bradley Huff. Like the names are like backwards because this is a European setup game, so they do everything European style. So it's always last name first, first name second. Tyler Farah. He used to be a good sprinter. Now he's like Brent fucking Bookwalter is a better sprinter than Tyler Farah, and Brent Bookwalter isn't even a sprinter. Apparently he is though, but he's not a good one. Apparently John Murphy's also a sprinter. No, I guess that one makes sense, yeah. But like Tyler Farah was competitive for a while, so that's yeah. These other guys are just not. And we could get TJ, but then again, I'd screw BMC over. Let's go with really young guys. Oh wait, you know what I can do? Age. I can sort them by age. 2 is less than. Let's go with less than 21. Search. This shows us everyone that's 21, so we can actually like do this. All right, Adrian Costin, 19 years old, is 68 mountain already. Mountain is the most important stat because like if they're good climbers, they can win the tour. Pretty much like. Time trialers are also really good, so he's got a 67 time trial rating. This guy might actually turn into someone really good. I want to find out like what his potential is. I mean, he's listed as a puncher though, so that's not the best sign. Is there anyone that specializes in stage races? Puncher, time trial, Baradors are the guys that like take all the hits. Like they're at the front of the peloton, just like eating up, like with the workload and stuff like that. So they're actually pretty good. So I might want to get a couple of those because I don't think I have any. So let's get this Laughter Theodore dude. Christopher Blevins. Welcome to the team, Christopher Blevins. And let's get this Roston Priscilla dude. Alright, one more. We got 32,500 to go to work with. Any time trial specialists? William Barta? William Barta's only 20? Jeez, I feel like I've known this guy for decades already. Let's get him. And I want Brandon McNulty because that name is fantastic. Alright. Alright, I think this is it. This is our team. Boom. Alright, let's go to next. Boom. Players, teams, yeah. Alright, we're here. This is our home screen. So, as we go through the season, messages are going to pop up telling us we need to do stuff. Anything that's important will have this red exclamation point pop up. So, we're going to do that. So, what this page right here is, it's like, this is how you're going to set up their preseason training stuff. So, like, if you're training them at very high, they're going to be ready for the season quicker, but they're also going to like die off quicker. So like for people that are very high, you want like their workload to be early. So like Peter Sagan is going to be doing a lot of the Northern Classics, which take place in April and stuff. So like we want him to be a little higher. I don't want him to be very high because I also want to use him in the Tour de France, which I don't think like they naturally put Peter Sagan in. So we're going to drop him to a normal. Because I still think he'll be ready by April for the Ronde and the Paris-Roubaix. The guys that you know are going to be in the Tour de France, you want to have lower. So like that's why Fabio Aru is low. Because my AI is already telling me that they want him to be the team leader in the Tour. Probably. Unless they think that Warren Barguil or Pipo Pozzato is going to be the leader, which is not going to happen. Jeez. Pozzato's actually really good for his age. He's 35 and he's got like his cobblestone rating is pretty good. His acceleration stats good. His downhill stats great. His hill rating is decent. So like this is a guy that could like do pretty well in the Ronde. He's not going to win it, but he's going to do pretty well, I think. If I train him right. But Ildur Zakaria is going to be one to look out for because he's got an 80 mountain rating. And I actually did a career mode where I drafted him and I actually won the Tour my first year with him because Chris Froome crashed out. That's basically how you win the Tour in your first years. You have to have Chris Froome crash out. Because for some stupid reason, Nairo Quintana races the Giro every year and by the time the Tour comes, he's already dead. So, we got to figure out how we're going to balance out our team leaders and all that stuff, but we'll do all that later. Alright, I don't think I can do anything with objectives right now. But this is going to tell us like which each rider's objectives are. So like Peter Sagan, his first objective is the Ronde, which is like the second stage of the Flanders Triple Crown, which is the cobblestone races, which are really good. Yeah, they have Fabio Aru in the Giro. I don't want Fabio Aru in the Giro. So, hang on. We're going to simulate a day because we can't change that stuff on January 1st. We have to wait till the 2nd. Accept. Confirm. Alright, let's confirm that. Now we can go ahead and move to the 2nd day. Boom. Alright, and this is our research and development stuff, so we have to, I don't really pay much attention to this. I don't know what it really does, if it does anything at all, but boom. Now we researched our mod equipment. Alright, let's go back. Alright, objectives. That's what I wanted to do. Objectives. Alright. So, for Peter Sagan, we want the Tour de France. I'd rather have Sagan go for the Paris-Roubaix. Not that it really matters which one, because they're within a week of each other, so if I put one as a preference, the other one's going to be a preference anyway. We want his role to be a sprinter in the Tour. And then I really don't care what his August-December thing is. We could try to get him into the World Championships. Is that an option? Where's the World Championships? I guess not. Unless I'm just not seeing it. Yeah, I don't see it. Alright, we'll just leave it as is. I don't really care. We can bank Tour, sure. Fabio Aru, I don't want him in the Giro, I want him in the Tour. Because he's going to be our best bet to win it. And I don't like that it's going to be at 87% by the time the Tour starts, and I want him higher than that. So, wait, hang on a second. Oh, wait. I have to reset this. I reset it. There we go. Alright, now it's going to be at 97%. That's a much better way to do the Tour. Although it goes down quickly. Is there anything earlier than this to get him into? How about the Tirreno Adriatico? Let's try that. Better. I don't want him in the Vuelta either. Maybe that's what's dragging him down, I think. Let's race him in Quebec. He could do Quebec. Nah, it's still too early. Late. Milano Torino? How's that? There we go. Now we're talking. Okay. I think I want Sakarin in the Tour. I don't really want him in the Vuelta. So you can also go to Milano. He's going to be a free element, though. Caleb Iwan is good there. Warren Barguil's going to be a free. Bob Jungles can do the Giro. Anyone else? Sure. Okay. Alright. So now that we've got that set up, let's take a look at our sponsors and what they want. First in the Paris-Nice, I can probably get that with Aru. I know, I want Aru in the Tirreno, because that's more mountain stuff. Or mountain. No, Paris-Nice is actually more mountain oriented. Huh. That is interesting. Paris-Nice is usually flatter than the Tirreno. Milano Sanremo. Peter Sagan would have to win that. He's the only, or Caleb Iwan could put. Ooh, they only want top 10 in the Ronde. That's good, because I'm probably not going to win that. First in Paris-Roubaix will be really tough. Maybe I can negotiate with them and get us a top 5. We'd lose $32,000 if I did that, though, and that's. So that's $22,196 a month. Wait, that doesn't make sense. I guess that's just for the. I don't know. I don't know why it's telling me 32,000 out here and 22,000 out here. I guess it doesn't really matter. I guess we'll try for first. If we don't get the objectives, it's not the end of the world as long as you get like a good chunk of them, you'll be okay. Top 3 in the Giro, we could. I don't think we'll do that. I think we're gonna flunk in the Giro because I'm putting all my efforts into the Tour. So, but the only one is the top 3 in the Tour, and I'm pretty sure we can do that. I am pretty sure we can get that, and a top 3 in the Vuelta. Okay. Noteworthy results, like if we go throughout the season and we get if we win a race that is not on our sponsors' objectives, but it's a prestigious event, it'll go here or something. If we do anything that's noteworthy, obviously by the word noteworthy results, it'll go there. Registered riders, that's stuff. And then squad. So this is what our sponsor thinks about our squad. So they're glad to have someone like Peter Sagan, so our evaluation in that category is way up. They want to see more riders from the U.S., but they're not mad at us for how few we have, so we still have most of that, and we don't have anyone that they know from the United States, so that's not good. Although there's nobody known from the United States, so if you have a U.S. sponsor, that's always going to be a terrible evaluation. Andrew Talansky is just regional. Okay. Okay. That means a certain region knows about him, but outside of that region, they don't know shit. I wonder what hang on. So this list right here that I just pulled up, this is going to be these are all the free agents at the end of the year. So we can sort and find out who the best free agents are going to be. Zdeněk Stybar, Zdeněk Stybar. He's going to be one who's going to be hard to beat in the Paris-Roubaix. Yeah, I don't see. All right, so Van Garderen is not available here. All right, let's close that then. What is TJ's? Alright, TJ is a start. So we probably should have taken TJ Van Garderen instead of Talansky, and that would have made our sponsors happy, but oh well. All these riders from Ilnur-Zakarin up, we have to re-sign at the end of the year, but probably the only ones I'm going to go for are Barguil, Iwan, and Zakarin. So, because the rest of these will either retire or they just won't be worth anything. So, I might try to resign them. It depends. And also, there's gonna be riders that are like, oh, so and so wants to join you if you're doing well and stuff like that. So, let's see how that goes. Yeah, see, Caleb One's already starting to get tired. That's not good. Second day, he's already tired. All right. So for today, we'll wrap that up, and tomorrow, well, whenever, later on, we'll start doing some racing, or mostly simming, because I'm not gonna do every race up until the Tour. I'm probably gonna sim every race until the Tour, but I'll at least follow up on some of them. Sometimes I'll just do mass simulations. So we'll get to the Tour pretty quick. All right. So that's it for today. And we will see you next time on the fancy adventures of the cycling world. Yay.